Real estate math, plug it in. Learn fast with Faye's formulas. Faye Rogers Taylor. Do you know what PI means? PI means principal and interest. There are formulas that are ranked most important. The most important PI formula is number 1 is loan factor LF times, in parentheses, loan divided by 1,000 equals PI. You must memorize this formula because on the state test, they will not give you the PI in your problem. They will give you the loan factor. So you must know this to get the PI to plug into your answer to find solution for your problem. Remember to memorize this formula to get the PI. Loan factor times your loan divided by 1,000, in parentheses, you have to write that down, equals PI. And your loan LF means loan factor. Number 2, PITI minus the TI. P is principal, interest, tax, and insurance. Minus your tax and insurance equals your PI, your principal and interest. Now, let's look at another formula. Do you know the formula for the total amount of interest paid over the life of the loan? You must memorize the question with the formula. What is the total amount of interest paid over the life of the loan? Now, the formula for this is, and you must memorize this formula and practice over and over again, memorizing it, for the total amount of interest paid over the life of the loan. Number of years times 12 equals number of months times PI equals PI total minus the original principal loan equals the interest paid over the life of the loan. Now, let's do a problem. Mark has recently purchased a home for $230,000. Has obtained a mortgage for $210,500. Terms of the mortgage call for 7% interest, and the factor for this rate for 30 years is 7.08. So we know the factor, the loan factor, and we know that 30 years is the number of years, and the loan factor is 7.08. What is the total interest paid over the life of the loan? Now let's go back to our problem of our formula. From the problem, you plug in the number of years, 30 years. You put 30 into the formula, times 12, and we'll find that on the calculator. You'll find it's 360, the number of months. Then you have to do the PI. They did not give you the PI, so you use the formula for your loan factor, which was loan factor times, parentheses, loan divided by 1,000. 7.08 times your loan, 210,500, gives you, divided by 1,000, this 210,500 gives you 210.50. Then you go back and you say it times loan factor. Then you come out with 149.34 for your PI. And you want to plug that into your problem, into your formula you memorized, $149.34. And then you say it times your 360, you come out with the PI total, $536,522.24. Then you go in your problem, you look for the actual loan, and we know that they said that the loan was $210,500. So you minus your PI total from your original $210,500, and gives you your interest paid over the life of the loan, which comes out to be $326,022.40. And that is what you have to memorize. Let's go over the two formulas one more time. Only 2 times to go over the formulas. Your formula for the total amount of interest paid over the life of the loan is number of years times 12 equals number of months times PI equals PI total minus the original principal loan equals your interest paid over the life of the loan. It sounds long, but you can practice it and then write it down and then put your hand over it and keep writing it down until you know this line of the formula. And also, you put with it, what is the total amount of interest paid over the life of the loan for the question. Also, like I told you, they will not give you the PI, so you have to find the PI yourself by using what's in the problem. We know they gave you the loan factor, 7.08. We know they gave you the loan, 2010, 500, and you divide it by 1,000, gives you 210.50 back times the loan factor, 7.08. You come out with the PI, it's 149.34, and you plug that into your problem, and that started the ball rolling. That is how you find the PI by this formula, and that's how you find the total amount of interest paid over the life of the loan by this formula.